is an unsettling new trend. Young girls and boys posting videos and pictures of themselves online on YouTube sites like this for others to rate their looks. And as you might imagine, it can lead to cyberbullying and potentially much more serious things. So what's behind this, and what do you need to know if you're a parent or a friend out there? Skyping with us this morning is beauty writer Erika Katz, author of Bonding Over Beauty, a mother-daughter guide to self-esteem, confidence, and trust. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So I had a chance to take a peek at one of these videos. This one that I watched had more than 3 million hits. This was on YouTube. Thousands of comments on this. Why is this so troubling?
It's so troubling because if you look at some of the comments, there were some that were clearly from pedophiles, which to me was the most troubling. And what worries me is that what if they engage these girls? Maybe they could try to meet them or something. And I don't think these young kids know what they're opening themselves up to. The other big problem is clearly these girls are pretty and attractive, and I feel like they are looking for people to compliment them. And there are always mean people who are going to do terrible things, which could hurt their self-esteem.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even think about the pedophile angle of this. That's a whole other issue that, of course, is very troubling as well. But it just seems kind of counterintuitive here, because these kids know that by posting pictures or videos of themselves up there, they're opening themselves up. Even if there are 99 comments about, oh, yes, you're beautiful, there are going to be the 1 or 2 or more of that possibly from people that are saying awful things. So why do it in the first place?
I don't think anybody thinks that they're really going to have negative comments. I think they put themselves out there, and remember, we live in a society of text messaging. So as soon as you get a response back. So I bet you they sit there and check the comments daily to see are they going to get good or bad comments. So I think it's more of the expectation, the excitement of it all, and there's a thrill to it.
But it's almost like, you know, the potential outcome from something like this, even if they have, 30 wonderful comments, they're going to get one comment, and I've seen some horrible ones on there, that could lead to really horrible things. I mean, are you finding that this is the case?
Well, we've seen all these horrible teen suicides due to cyberbullying, nasty comments put on Facebook, and it drives kids to depression. And I think it's a terrible trend. And unfortunately, you really can't monitor YouTube in any sort of way. But as a parent, what you can do is you can ask your kids for their password, make sure they have it. And also, if they are going to post something about themselves, you can go to the settings and go to the comment section, and only approved comments can go up there. So that could help a little bit with this. But I think it's a really bad idea. And as parents, I hear so many parents saying, oh, I don't know anything about computers. I don't want to know about Twitter and Facebook. But it's actually very irresponsible. You have to learn about it, because it is now part of your job as a parent to know how to work YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, any sort of cyber media type space.
Yeah, no, it is. It's something critical these days. And you write about this sort of thing, but also fundamentally it's the relationship between you and your kids. So if you're a parent, how do you sort of breach that topic?
I think you start it as young as possible. I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I talk about it with them all the time. Remember, when kids are 11, 12, 13 years old, their brain has not developed enough to know what's right and wrong. We think our children have good judgment, but really they're not developed enough to really have good judgment. So you have to reinforce the dangers of social media. And you also have to say, just because you can delete your post from Facebook or delete something from YouTube doesn't mean it's not still out there.
Right.
You have to be super careful about not embarrassing yourself, because once it's there forever, and believe me, somebody could find it.
I was going to say, this isn't even just an in-the-moment thing, because what these kids probably don't realize is that that's exactly what could happen. Erika Katz, we really appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jean, to you.